Buenos tardes, everybody. It is a beautiful afternoon here on the rancho in Jalisco, Mexico. They've gotten pretty far on our ceiling right now, you guys. I cannot wait to show you. But first, I have to go bring Cristiano to get a nice haircut. He has school starting in a couple of days, and he has not had his hair cut in a while. I'm going to bring you guys along with us. We're here. All right, guys, we made out to the barber shop. Abby is at physical therapy, so while she's at physical therapy, Cristiano is getting a well-needed haircut. Do you want to get your haircut, bud? No, he doesn't want to do it, you guys. All right, are you ready, bud? This place looks really nice, too. Perfect. He is doing such a good job on Cristiano's hair. I know it's a good one. All right, Cristiano's finished. Are you guys ready to see his new haircut? Muchas gracias. Dang, you look good, buddy. Fresh? Dang, you look so nice, buddy. I really loved this barbershop. The person who runs it, who gave me a haircut, was so kind. He did exactly what we were looking for. So if you're ever out here, the truck's blocking it right now, but you should head out to this barbershop. I always love to support local businesses, so I will also put it in the description. Cristiano looks so nice. I know he's a little bit more quiet. He's not like me and the girls. He's a little more like Lalo, but he really likes his haircut. Let's go pick up Abby.
I charged it.
Look how old that house is.
I know he's straight away. Like sunshine.
Oh, I thought you were gonna ask me if I want to stop and look in it. I was gonna say. All right, we made it back to Abby's physical therapy office, and Lalo is gonna just stay there and park. There's not a lot of parking around here, so I'm gonna run in and grab her. You ready? Go today. It hurts. Oh, pumpkin. Booba looks really good. He got in the car and he was like, that guy actually did a really good job. It's like, dang, you know Boo Boo liked it then.
That place is nice because those ladies always talk about cheese.
Do they?
They tell me that
Dang.
you can walk around. She said streets are like crowded.
What?
She was telling me all the fiesta details. Everything.
No, your dad's the one who's chismoso, not me.
You're the one who's telling him to cheese me.
Yeah, but he's supposed to keep it between us and he doesn't.
Why are you telling him anything though? Now I know that you be telling him everything.
Abby, this beautiful hacienda is for sale. All right, you guys, we are back home. Everybody has headed inside already. I want to bring you guys to our home build to show you how far along they've gotten on the ceiling. What's happening? Are you guys chasing the chickens? Wow, okay, so you guys remember in the last vlog, they were just finishing up our balcony. And then this is our bathroom. They got pretty pretty far in our bathroom already. Oh, looks beautiful. Come on, puppy. Come on. They haven't started on mine and Lalo's bedroom yet, but I think the bathroom is right on this side. I think they started a little bit on Cristiano's room. Oh, yeah. Wow, look at Cristiano's room. Now, I'm not climbing up there again, you guys. I was so scared doing that. Oh, my goodness, they're getting so far. Now that the ceiling is almost completely finished, we have to go look for the shingles for our roofing. And we have to go to a different city within Jalisco to go look at this. When we go out there, which will be next week, we're also going to be looking at tile for our floors. I'm getting clay handcrafted tiles. I wanted them to be the same throughout the house, which means we have to order in huge batches because you want to have a big batch so they're all kind of made the same. So first, we're going to buy a huge batch for our shingles for our roofing, and then we're going to be asking prices and looking at different designs for our flooring, which is crazy. I thought that was so far away, and my husband's like, no, we need to go next week because they are almost done with this ceiling. Now, most of you guys know that I was born and raised in the United States. I grew up in Michigan. I was not born into a Hispanic family, but I married into a Hispanic family. My husband, however, he was born here in Mexico on the rancho, and when he was around 4 or 5, him and his family decided to go to California, specifically Wilmington, California. That's where my husband grew up. Now, if any of you are from California, or you're born and raised in California, or if you're from Wilmington and you know the area, you know that my husband growing up had a different type of childhood than I did. My husband has a great, kind, and loving family, but he grew up undocumented and he grew up in Wilmington, and Wilmington was a very rough neighborhood. And when I say rough, you would have to look up Wilmington online to see what I'm talking about. And today, when we were on our car ride back home, I was talking about my childhood memories and as I was a teenager and some of the stupid things I did as a teenager. We were talking to Abby and Cristiano, and my husband was being really quiet. And then we kind of asked him, and my husband said, Aaron, it's really hard for you guys, even if I explain it, to understand the environment I grew up in. And I can, to an extent, understand the environment he grew up in, but not fully. And my husband, since the day I met him, I always felt so safe with him because my husband was never really scared of anything. He has this bravery about him, and he said it was where he grew up. You were either gonna make it or you weren't. And when he was telling his stories today, it just kind of really hurt my heart because I can just imagine him growing up in this kind of rough environment. Now, outside of his home, inside of his home, he has the best mother and father, but outside of the home, it was a very rough environment. And then on top of that, around the time he was 14, 15, he started to understand being undocumented in the United States meant there was a lot of things he couldn't do. So he grew up as a child that it didn't mean anything to now he's becoming a young adult and it's starting to mean something, and it is really affecting his life. My husband has been through so much, and now to be able to be here in our home in Mexico, to know that his parents left this rancho to hopefully give his family a better life in the United States, we turned around and did the opposite, and we brought our children back here into Mexico. We left the United States, brought them back into Mexico to enjoy the life here on the rancho. And somebody also mentioned on one of the comments in my last video, I was talking to you guys about my husband's immigration story, just a little bit about it. And she said, Aaron, you left out one very important thing. And now this was a little bit longer, but I'm going to shorten it for you. She said, your husband had no illegal record. He did nothing wrong. He didn't have anything, nothing. He just got caught up in the immigration system because he was denied his residency at his first appointment. And most people, when they are denied their residency, it is because maybe they have some sort of illegal record. They did something wrong in their past. My husband did nothing. The only thing I could think is maybe because his parents brought him in when he was so little and they didn't do that the right way. But he's never done anything illegal. So us going through the residency process, we were denied residency even though we had paid thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for a really good lawyer to make sure my husband didn't get stuck in Mexico. No record, nothing. He had me, he had a child, he had a job before that, but they still denied his residency. And the reason I want to tell you guys that is because I want you to know we didn't turn back to Mexico because my husband did something wrong and he had to leave the United States. We actually did everything the right way. Now, eventually he got his residency. We had to wait a really long time, and then we went on to his citizenship, which, if you don't know, that also costs a lot of money. You have to go from residency and then you have to do your citizenship. And he got his citizenship, and right after that, we decided to come back here to Mexico. And that's important to share with you guys because I feel like God knew what he was doing when my husband's residency was denied, because even our lawyer told us there's absolutely no reason for this, but there's also nothing we can do about it. And it ended up making us come here to Mexico with him, me and my baby Abby, and falling in love with Mexico. And just knowing that when you're going through a lot and you have these goals in your mind, because I felt God calling us back here to Mexico, God will give you the details along the way. But remember to enjoy the journey along the way. It is okay to want to financially be secure. It is okay to have these big goals and these big dreams. But along the way, make sure you are taking the time to enjoy it, to see God's goodness in every single step. Because even though my husband went through a lot of things most of us maybe didn't, and some of us did, but some of us that didn't go through it, he has a testimony to show. Look at what I went through and look where I'm at. I have a testimony to show as well. Look at where I'm at here in Mexico. I didn't grow up in a Hispanic family. I didn't know anything about immigration. I didn't know anything about Mexico, nothing whatsoever. And I ended up here by God's grace. He called me and we waited for the details along the way. But as most of you know, it was a crushing process. But I still, throughout that whole entire time, have beautiful memories with my family, with my children, with my husband, because I make it a point to stop and say, okay, it doesn't matter if I'm going through something hard right now, because I know for it to fully take me, it'd have to get past God first. And if it hasn't got past God and I'm still here breathing, I'm gonna take the time to read a book with my children, to go for a walk, to enjoy the day. And because I was able to do that, even though we went through all these really hard things, we have beautiful memories along the way. Even my husband, growing up in a rough neighborhood, he has good friends and memories along the way, even though a lot of rough things happened to him. And I will tell you guys, sometimes I get used to the way my life is right now. Us building our beautiful home, taking adventures throughout Mexico. You almost get a little bit complacent. You're used to having it. I make it a point to come out here and touch the walls in our home and just tell God thank you. To really take a deep breath, to go back in my memories and to take in all he's done for us and where he's gotten us. And when most of the world, 99% of the people around us said there's no way, how are they going to sell everything in the United States, their homes, their cars, everything, and move back to Mexico? How are they going to do that? I had no idea either, but I followed God and we did it. So I just want to tell all you guys, just to encourage you, keep going. Remember to take the time to enjoy the little things in life every single day, and to take a breath, to know you're not alone in the crushing, to have dreams, to not know when they're coming, because they will come. I have a testimony to that. And I just want to tell everybody, thank you for your love and support. Now, I gotta go pick up Annabelle. She's at her friend's house. I'm gonna go pick up my friend, and I'm gonna take you guys for a beautiful evening walk here in Mexico.
Behind you.
Abby! Abigail, you almost left her. Jeez.
I didn't know she
I was gonna disconnect.
You're like the golf cart princess.
Wait, your favorite one.
Buddy, you gotta go help him. You're the best big brother. I know you're gonna go help him. Oh, look, they got up. Okay, Annabelle got up first and she's pulling everybody else up. She can jump. They can make it. If you grew up on a farm, I don't know if you were able to do this or not, but one of the funnest things for my children is jumping on these haystacks. That is like their top favorite thing to do out here.
No podemos. Primero se baja una, primero bajamos a una y luego la otra. Puedes empujar. No, ok. No está mal, palos. Vámonos. Hay que jugar también popular. Ok. Tenemos que correr hasta llegar al carrito porque vienen las zombies atrás de nosotros.
Tired already? All right, guys, we made it to the end of our walk. This is my mother-in-law's property that she farms, this whole thing right here. So we normally walk to here and then we head back home. Let me show you how far away the rancho is. Here's the property and our rancho is way back here. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed today's vlog. If you have not already, please like and subscribe. Let me know where you're watching from. Buenas noches a todos.